डियर स्टूडेंट्स, आज हम टॉपिक कूलाम लॉ पे चर्चा करेंगे। हमने लास्ट 2 वीडियो में, अगर आपने नहीं देखे हैं तो मेरे यूट्यूब चैनल पे जाके उनको देख लें। हम 12th क्लास के इंग्लिश मीडियम का जो सिलेबस है वो टॉपिक वाइज पढ़ रहे हैं। उसी कड़ी में आगे बढ़ते हुए आज हम थर्ड टॉपिक पे चर्चा करेंगे। पहले 2 वीडियो हैं, एक इलेक्ट्रिक चार्ज एंड इट्स प्रॉपर्टी और सेकंड है डिटेक्शन एंड प्रोडक्शन ऑफ चार्ज। 2 इस नाम से मैंने वीडियो अपलोड किए हुए हैं, आप उनको देख लें। और आज हम एक नए टॉपिक पे चर्चा करने वाले हैं। काफ़ी इम्पोर्टेंट टॉपिक है। अगर किसी ने हमारे चैनल को अभी तक सब्सक्राइब नहीं किया तो वो सब्सक्राइब कर दें, लाइक करें, ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा शेयर करें ताकि सब बच्चों को इसका बेनिफिट मिले और आपको निरंतर कंटिन्यू हमारे वीडियो मिलते रहेंगे। जैसे ही हम अपलोड करेंगे तो आपको हमारे वीडियो मिलते रहेंगे। कोशिश करूंगा मैं कि हर रोज़ आपको वीडियो मिले, ऐसी मेरी कोशिश रहेगी। तो हम आज एक नए टॉपिक पे चर्चा करेंगे। मैं संदीप सारण आपके इस ऑनलाइन प्लेटफॉर्म पर आपका हार्दिक स्वागत करता हूं। आइए हम अपने टॉपिक को देखते हैं। आज हम बात करेंगे कूलाम लॉ के ऊपर। कूलाम लॉ एक्चुअल में क्या है? कूलाम लॉ ये फोर्स ऑफ इंटरेक्शन बिटवीन 2 पॉइंट चार्ज। We know very well the basic property of electric charge is like charge repel and unlike charge attract. How much strength of interaction between them that can be calculated by the help of Coulomb's law. So we discuss the basic statement of Coulomb law is the electrostatic force of interaction between 2 static point charge. Here important things is static point charge is directly proportional to the product of magnitude of the charge and inversely proportional to the square of distance between them. Square of the distance between them and act along the line joining these 2 charges. This is the statement. There are some key words which are important. First important word is, it is the interaction between 2 static point charge. Condition first is both charges are point charge. Second, they directly proportional to product of these charges and inversely proportional to square of distance between them. And direction also included here. It is directed in straight line joining these 2 charges. So we explain its mathematical form. First, we discuss condition of Coulomb law. Coulomb's law. Here condition means this law valid conditionally. Always or everywhere this Coulomb's law not valid. It valid only when it obeys some specific condition, and these conditions are: first condition is charge must be point charge at rest. फर्स्ट कंडीशन इज, जो चार्ज है हमारे वो रेस्ट पे हो, पॉइंट चार्ज होने चाहिए। यानी वी टेक द चार्ज पॉइंट चार्ज एट रेस्ट, मूविंग चार्ज। इफ चार्ज आर इन मूविंग कंडीशन, Coulomb law not valid here at rest condition. Second condition, it valid the distance between 2 charge lie 10 raised to power minus 15 meter to infinity. Lie 10 raised to power 15 meter to infinity. This is the range. It means that distance 10 raised to power 15 मीटर इससे लार्ज होना चाहिए और डिस्टेंस लेस देन इंफिनिटी होना चाहिए। दीज आर द टू कंडीशन that followed by the Coulomb law. If any one is violated, then Coulomb's law fails. First is charge, point-like charge, and must be at rest. So we deal with this branch when charge at rest is called electrostatic. And second condition, validity of distance. Distance must be greater than 10 raised to power 15 meter and less than infinity. Why this distance taken? I explain here why distance greater than 10 raised to power minus 15 meter and less than this. Because if distance less than 10 raised to power minus 15 meter, let us suppose if distance less than this distance, it means that this is the size of nucleus. This is the size of nucleus. Then here nuclear force comes into play. Nuclear force come into play. These are the strongest force in this universe. So as compared to nuclear force, Coulomb law or Coulomb force is negligible. Mean Coulomb interaction does not have any meaning as compared to nuclear force, because nuclear force is very much and much greater than this. So never be less than this distance due to nuclear interaction. This is the strongest force. Second, if r greater than infinity, it means, why this not valid? It means it is out of range. It is out of range. Out of range means two charges separated by at distance infinity. It means that both do not lie in the field of one another. This is one charge and this is another charge. If distance is between them infinity, it means that this distance is out of range. So out of range means its interaction do not affect this. So this is the basic reason or basic explanation of these two conditions. It is important. Now we discuss about the Coulomb law mathematical form. We explain here by using the statement. It is given that electrostatic force mathematical form is electrostatic force. This is represented by Fe, or we represent as F. This is directly proportional to product of two charges. Let us consider this is one charge Q1, this is another charge Q2. They are separated by definite distance r. This is the condition. Two charge, point-like charge Q1 and Q2 separated by a definite distance r, then force is directly proportional to here, directly proportional to product of their charge. This is the magnitude. We write as this is the magnitude. There is no any problem. Second condition is force inversely proportional to square of distance between them. What will be the distance between them is r. So it is inversely proportional to square of distance between them. This is the second condition. This is first, this is second. On combining equation first and second, then F is equal to Q1 Q2 upon R of square. This is the formula. On combining these two equations, we get force of interaction as like this. Here we are not discussing force is repulsive or attractive. It depends on the nature of the charge. Here we take only the magnitude. We remove this proportionality and write as F is equal to K Q1 Q2 upon R of square. Here K is this K is constant, that is proportionality constant. This K is K, constant of proportionality, constant of proportionality, constant of proportionality. Here K is. In vacuum or air, value of K is 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught. This is the value. Put here and finally we get the answer. F is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 upon R of square. This is Coulomb law. This is Coulomb law. This is Coulomb law. This is Coulomb law. Now we discuss the name of different things. Here epsilon naught. Here epsilon naught is here epsilon naught. We give the name of epsilon naught is permittivity. Permittivity in free space. Free space, or we can say that vacuum. Permittivity in free space, or we can say that in vacuum. This is permittivity mean any medium give the permission to cross electric line through itself. Through it, any medium have a definite or have a specific property to cross the magnetic field in different amount. So in vacuum, its representation is epsilon naught, and value of K is, this is very important, value of K is 9 into 10 raised to power 9. Unit is Newton meter square per Coulomb square. This is the value, very important value. In vacuum or space, value of K is 9 into 10 raised to power 9, or we can say that value of 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught is equal to 9 into 10 raised to power 9 Newton meter square per Coulomb square. This is Coulomb law. If medium change, if we change the medium, what effect on this? So we explain here the different things as like, if medium change, what effect on the value of interaction between them? Let us consider we fill up the gap by a definite medium of dielectric constant may be different. So in any medium force Fm, this is the force. M stand for the medium representation. This formula became 1 upon 4 pi epsilon m Q1 Q2 upon R of square, because another factor do not change. Here I am not changing the position of the charge and also not change the magnitude of the charge, only change the medium. First it is inside the vacuum or air. Now we fill up this space by the medium of refractive index different or different value. Here epsilon m, permittivity of given medium, permittivity of given medium. This is the basic formula. We give the name of first equation, this give the name of second equation, then divide second by first or first by second. Divide equation first by equation second. Then f upon fm. This is the left part divided by left part, right part divided by right part. Then value of f is this: 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught q1 q2 upon r square divided by 1 upon 4 pi epsilon m q1 q2 upon r of square. This is the formula. Here we get. Now similar things cancel and remaining part be as here 4 pi, 1 by 4 pi cancel to 1 by 4 pi, q1 q2 cancel to q1 q2, r square cancel to r square. Only things is 1 upon epsilon naught and 1 upon epsilon m. Interchange these and we get epsilon m upon epsilon naught. This is we get here. So we can say that f upon fm, any medium, is equal to epsilon m upon epsilon 0, is equal to any another constant, that is epsilon r. We give the name epsilon r. Here epsilon r is, this is the ratio of permittivity of two mediums. One is any medium and other is air, so it is called relative permittivity. Relative permittivity. So this is important formula. In some question generally numerical based on this topic asked into exam, so you write down this and tomorrow or in next lecture we discuss on the numerical based on this topic. Okay, thank you.